Hey guys, it's Samurai FPS here, and a happy new year to all of you. I'd like to speak about today the games of 2014. There was quite a few good ones, as a lot of you have probably figured out, considering a lot of you probably obviously play games, otherwise you wouldn't be here watching. But there was also a lot of blunders, mainly from Ubisoft, and while they were fixed, they obviously started off being terrible piles of shit. So yeah, so that was a bad thing for gaming, really. It really put a shadow on Ubisoft's reputation and has made people worry about games such as Division, Rainbow Six Siege. All these games are being panicked about because of all the blunders they've made. And other games that are highly acclaimed for being really good games, but at the same time was still shit upon, such as Destiny. I personally enjoyed Destiny, but as a game, there was no story, as all of you are aware. Obviously, it was lacking in a lot of other elements it was promised to have had. Also, the online, while it was fun, in my experience, was very, very laggy. And some players would run back and forth between the same spot over and over again, and you shoot them, and nothing would happen, and then you die, and you wouldn't know any difference until you watched the kill cam. But onwards from that, I've got Advanced Warfare. That was a little bit laggy at the beginning, which caused me to rage quite a lot, which I wish I had videoed, because all my friends were laughing at me. But other than that, I've enjoyed the game immensely. I thought it was a great improvement on Ghosts, but to be honest, anything's an improvement on Ghosts. But I'd say it was probably my favourite, or at least borderline, with Black Ops 2, because that was my favourite before, by Treyarch, and then my favourite was COD 4 as well. But yeah, I've enjoyed it a lot. There's a lot of variation. It's a lot more faster paced. Me and my friend Louis tried playing the classic ranked matches, and that was fun as well. Don't get me wrong, that was good. And I did a lot better to begin with than that, and we thought I was just better at normal Call of Duty than this one. But I've started to improve a lot more. Not as bad as I was to begin with. I also recently bought Wolfenstein: The New Order, and actually, I was generally surprised. It's actually pretty good. The controls scheme is pretty similar to Call of Duty and other first-person shooters, but it's different because like it's just completely the opposite of what games are now. Like, it's World War II, but instead of the Americans winning and everything, the Germans won, and they nuked the Americans, and it just blows your mind. Like, why would you even think that sort of thing? Like, you know. It's just completely out of this, like, unworldly to think that the Germans would have developed that to be able to nuke the Americans and the Americans to surrender. It's just insane, really. And the technology that's in the game, like the robotic dogs and stuff like that, it's just crazy to see where games are going now. And like, you know, yeah, Wolfenstein: The Order, everyone, good game, top of the range. 9 out of 10. I've only played 2 missions. Doing good. What else? I brought Knack, as you're pleased to know. Yeah. Onwards from that. What other games have we got? I'm not sure. Let's have a look, shall we? Watch Dogs. Don't you talk about that shit. Nothing really. Nothing at all. I was going to buy more games over the Christmas holidays, but instead I'm going to buy a Wii U, as you do. Yeah, lack of videos. There's not really been any games that have piqued my interest, to be honest. They've all been pretty boring from what I've seen. There are a few that have piqued my interest, such as Assassin's Creed Unity, but then all the stuff about it being a flop came out. 2015, games I'm looking forward to. I'm not really looking forward to The Order. It looks beautiful, don't get me wrong, but it's a new IP, so let's see how it goes first. I wasn't really too keen on The Last of Us, but to be honest, I've never really played it. Saw a couple of minutes of it. The story looks great, but I just don't think it's for me because I'm not really good at survival horror games, stuff like that. What else? Frankly, I'm looking forward to the next Call of Duty. See what Treyarch got going, but we haven't seen anything about it yet. If it's World War II, then I might just miss it. I doubt it. I'll buy every Call of Duty. Halo 5, I haven't got an Xbox One, but I'm still looking forward to seeing what that's like, to be honest. Never really been a big Halo fan, but it's, by the sound of things, it's becoming a lot more cool, like Call of Duty, and it looks a lot more bare bones than a lot of games. Like, obviously no classes or anything, you just pick up the guns as you go along. And that sort of intrigues me. It's sort of not making the game too complicated, you just play. And that's coming from a Sony fanboy saying that an Xbox One game is good. Don't expect that too much. Okay, don't expect it. What else? The Division, as I already mentioned, it looks amazing. Honestly, the Division looks so good, and I'm so hyped for it. And I just don't want to get hyped for it because every game I've got hyped for so far has let me down. Like Watch Dogs. I was so hyped for Watch Dogs, thought it looked so good, and then I played it and I was like, oh, the story's good, but it's not groundbreaking. And in Destiny, I got hyped up for Destiny as well and was let down again because I had no one else to play with because no one else wanted to get it, which pissed me off even more. I wish I had GTA 5 right now. I had GTA 5 on previous gen. I don't have it on next gen. But a lot of friends that didn't have it on previous gen have now got it on next gen, and I can't play with them either. Rainbow Six Siege. That is also bare bones like Halo 5, where it's literally just multiplayer, which a lot of people probably would not like because there's no story to it. But yeah, it's sort of stripped down, just multiplayer, 5 versus 5, cops versus robbers sort of thing, and it's just good to see that you don't have to have buildings being fucking 500 million miles tall and being able to destroy them as well. Just focusing on the core elements of the game and having the people just there fighting in a confined space and trying to escape or capture the people. Yeah, you've seen the game, you've probably seen the game, and you know what I'm talking about. Another cops and robbers game, but for Hardline, not really too looking forward to that due to the beta, which I think is probably going to be in the background of this video, but I'm not too sure if I put that in. Yeah, the beta was a bit of a letdown, I gotta admit. I was very underwhelmed, and the fact that it was meant to be like downtown Los Angeles and there was no NPCs or whatever, or like, what they should do is put in the bots from like Titanfall, and then it would just fill the world so much more, and like the buildings are not needed for the mission or the levels because of the fact you're all going to one point. So what is the point of having massive buildings when you're all going to be at that one point fighting? So the maps are a bit too big, even though they're smaller than Battlefield 4. I got to admit, they just feel much too big for what the game actually is. But the story, the campaign of the game, actually looks surprisingly good from what we've seen so far. And I'm generally surprised because who plays Battlefield for the campaign? Be real, come on, no one. Well, I did, but I didn't buy it for the campaign. I bought it for multiplayer, but I did play campaign first. What else is there? FIFA 16. Yeah, let's look forward to that. No, move on. Witcher 3 looks so good. Honestly, Witcher 3, like there's so many elements in that game that are just out, like honestly. And then the sex in it, that tops it off. Okay, just deal with it. Phantom Pain, not really too bothered about because I played Ground Zeroes, wasn't really too pleased with that. That was a bit of a bad buy. There's nothing really else I can think of right now. I'll probably think of something else, and that probably have to be in another video or something. But anyway, thank you for watching. You probably didn't enjoy, but anyway, like, subscribe, do all the socials, and I'll see you in another video. It's been the Samurai FPS, and goodbye.